Stu here with Raid Shadow Legends. We are going over the Doom Tower, talking about auras and masteries. We're even going to change masteries in this video in preparation of harder bosses that we're going to fight later on. The biggest things that hold us up in the Doom Tower are having enough speed, enough accuracy, or enough resistance, especially if you're going to solo some of this stuff, which you can solo the Scarab King with Bad Alcazar, Vergus, Madam Sirius. You can solo this guy with a lot of people, but you need the resistance because you don't want him to steal your regions. You don't want him to steal your shields. We can use that for leads. We can bring in leads for this. So I cleared all of normal with rares and uncommons. It was very easy to do, and I'm still trying to use those same teams as we're going up through here. So we'll start it off with Frozen Banshee. Frozen Banshee has a plus 35 accuracy lead. It doesn't seem like a lot, but then when we go into our masteries to get an additional 50 accuracy, it all starts to add up. And we have to. Like, those are the biggest hurdles when we're facing these bosses in these waves. We need a certain amount of accuracy. It starts to ramp up. We might need a certain amount of resistance against some of these bosses, and we definitely need some speed. So there are a lot of champions out there that will give us a speed lead, that will give us accuracy leads, resistance leads if we need them. I know I'm just showing you Frozen Banshee right now. It's not a big one. We'll go over some other ones, but still, with this team, it works out well for me. Now, if we're going through the waves, there are so many champions. This is just a play team I'm messing around with, so we don't have to use legendaries to try to melt things. But there are a lot of champions, especially in the legendary category. And look, 70 accuracy, no matter where we're at. So if you want to make Drexstar Blood Twin and help you get through waves, this accuracy is no joke. Then we get plus 50 from our masteries, which we're going to change around. We're going to change Armature in this video. We're going to change Vergus masteries in this video. I'm going to show you why I'm changing them and what I am changing them for, and it's all going to make sense. That way, if you don't have the gear, or you don't want to switch gear around, or you don't have the glyphs to help out, this will help you. Bistophis, I think, has a really good one if we need to come in here with some Bistophis increase of 70. If you know who I'm talking about, that champion. If you did the fusion for Kantra, she is amazing to help get through waves, and she gives us 60 accuracy. It's crazy. Bistophis should be right here within Force. There he is. So if you have him, he can be geared to help you out through the waves. Scarab King here, this is one that I'm going to have to change around. We're going to change around these Armatures. We're going to change around a Vergus. Now, you can solo this guy with Bad Alcazar, but you need resistance. You need to make sure that we don't get our regions or our shields stolen, no matter who you bring in here. And for that resistance, we could put Bad Alcazar right here where Cold Heart is, and then we could bring in any kind of resistance lead we want to. We got a resistance here, and we've got a resistance in Gerp Tuck. You might not want to bring a strong Gerp Tuck because we don't want these people to survive past wave 2. We don't want them to be there at the boss with us. It's actually not good to have additional people there. We want to solo with these individuals that put shields on themselves. We can put them in a destroy set to destroy this guy. Otherwise, we're going to be here all day. They can solo it in 30 minutes or however long, but we do have a 1,000 turn limit. After 1,000 turn, you will get an error in the game, and it won't let you go past that. So I've soloed it with Vergus. We've done it for like 15 minutes. Somebody told me they did a 30-minute solo with Madam Sirius. So you can't do that, but you might need that resistance. And if you need that resistance, you pull in somebody like this, even if they are a level 1. That's fine. They can die right away. That Bad Alcazar, as long as he has enough speed and enough accuracy, or if we had to flip it around, let's say Bad Alcazar, you were able to get him enough resistance, but you didn't have the accuracy he needed. Well, we just showed you the accuracy leads. Throw in one of these other accuracy leads, have them die out, make them pretty weak, and let Bad Al be in this position, and he's still going to get that additional accuracy. So it's really smart to do that. And you know what? We had High Katoon here. We have had High Katoon in this lead position for this increased speed, which is super handy. But it's crazy. I would have never in a million years have played High Katoon over Apothecary in anything in this game. Apothecary is just way better until the Doom Tower. Now with this lead, now with her A1 doing a slow speed of 30% on the Scarab King, along with a little bit of turn meter reduction on her A3 from time to time, and then she's got the same move as Apothecary for that speed buff and the turn meter increase, she is golden. She is top tier now for me. When I come through here and I want to keep his turn meter down 100%, we can bring in Metal Shaper instead of Miscreated Monster. You can bring in Valkyrie. Anybody who has 100% uptime on shields, you can bring them in. He has a 3-turn shield for a 3-turn cooldown, just like Valkyrie. Metal Shaper has it for 2-turn on a 2-turn. I could hit enter here and just let it play full auto because he has shield set on, and we're done. We just wait and come back 3 minutes later, and it is complete. But when we go fight this guy on a harder stage, let's pull over this sheet here. When we go and fight him on 100 on hard, this is only 30 on hard, right? So his accuracy is not that high. So we want to get higher resistance. We want to make sure, and I need to bring up my accuracy as well. So my accuracy, I want to get up to 300. He's got 330 resistance. As long as we're within 40 points of that, we should be fine. So I'm going to get my guys all up to 300. And to do that with my armigers, I'm going to have to go over into the sport. And we're going to do that now. We're going to change over their masteries to get up to 300. So when we get up to 100 on hard, we will be ready for the same exact team. We're not going to change anything on this team, but make sure we have enough accuracy to overcome his resistance. The speed is not going to change. Like the speed on this champion, this boss, isn't changing that much. So I think the speeds we have will be fine. As long as we're right over 200, we're going to be good. And we all are right over 200. That shouldn't be an issue. Getting through waves aren't going to be an issue because the waves are much easier than normal waves. And then having his, we're not going to have to worry about his accuracy because we're not going to solo this. Now, when I am going to solo this with a Vergus, we're going to make sure we have 250, 300 resistance. We're going to make sure we have our resistance around 300 to combat this guy so that we can solo it and not get anything stolen from us. And then with that, you know, we'll take our Vergus up to 250 if we want to. And then we'll bring in our, who do we have? We'll bring in something like this and we'll get our additional resistance. And hopefully they'll die out. Or whoever we're going to do it with. Now, we could, again, we could bring it with a level 1 with a resistance. We could bring Renegade in. Renegade right here. She has a resistance of 40. We'll take it in all battles. We'll take that. Renegade's going to die on wave 1 or wave 2. And then we will breeze through this boss without him stealing anything from us. That's what we're going to do to make it easier. And as you can see here on the Nether Spider, we are still trying to use teams that you might have. Teams of champions that you get these as login rewards. We could put in an armature. I was testing out Allure because she's so amazing. Because I don't know when I get up to the Nether Spider how fast this guy's going to be. We're going to put a slow speed on him, of course. Slow speed here too. And we're going to do turn meter reduction. But how fast is this Nether Spider going to be when we get way up there? Are we going to need to bring in Allure? Are we going to need to bring in 2 Allures? Are we going to be able to bring in 3 armigers and spread it out along with this team? We might be able to. We'll see. But I'm getting prepared, right? I'm using our login reward champions, and then I did try out an Allure there. But again, I've done it with 2. I've done it with Cold Hearts. We've done it with armigers. It will be easy for you. The speed lead is no joke. Get those accuracy leads in here, especially for here. If you need the accuracy lead to help you provoke this champion, you know, sometimes I do speed runs after. If you need the accuracy lead to help you provoke this champion, bring in your Cantra. Your Cantra is going to help you even provoke with that. She gives you that plus 60 accuracy, and she has a chance to provoke if you're bringing in the debuffs. So just be smart about all this. Let's get into the masteries. Let's go over here and spend some gems and see what we can do to change around some masteries. We're going to pick Vergus instead of Bad Owl right now because don't pay attention to this gear on Vergus. You don't need this gear. Actually, I need to put him in a destroy set. But right now, since he doesn't need accuracy, when we're going through there and trying to solo the Scarab King, all we need is high resistance with him. So we need his resistance up to, what did we say? Let's get him up to like 260. And we'll do it with a banner probably, right? We can almost probably do it with a banner, but we're going to switch over masteries. There is no reason for me to have Helm Smasher on this Vergus, ever. I just did it on a guide when I originally had Vergus. I had him in Savage set. He had much better stats than he has right now, and he was hitting very hard going through the waves of Ice Golem, but that doesn't matter. We don't care about that when we're going up against this boss. What we care about is making sure that we have enough resistance. Vergus, we're going to go down to the resistance here. We're going to get additional resistance, less damage when we're critical hit. If we get stuff stolen, sure, we'll get this one. Increase resistance by 10 for each debuff on this champion. Sure, why not? Let's stack that up. We don't need this ability, but that's okay. What about counterattack? Let's counterattack when we lose some life. We'll put that on him, and we'll get 50 additional resistance. So right now, we really don't need anything else on this champion to beat that boss because we don't really care. I mean, yes, we'll go over here and get additional crit and critical damage. There's nothing wrong with picking up these 2. And honestly, Life Drinker is really good to have in a lot of these champions too. So just for this, for our Vergus, we could increase our shields that we get. We could increase our shields that we get down here when we get further along. That's fine too. We'll do this one. I don't really think on Vergus, we should do this. We're going to do this on Armiger for sure. But with Armiger, we need accuracy. So we're going to go down here. You'll see it in just a minute. So right now, I'm pretty confident with what we have for Vergus. We just need that resistance for him to solo the Scarab King so the Scarab King doesn't steal anything from us. We're going to put him in a destroy set. So we'll destroy the Scarab King's armor and we will be set. But if you remember, look, we're at 246 already. So if we didn't want to worry about a resistance lead, he does not need this. We could take this away and we could go with a resistance banner now and we are good. So a lot of you out there should be able to go with a resistance banner along with a resistance mastery, and you can bring in your Bad Alcazar to solo it, your Lugan, your Lord Chamfer, your Madame Cirrus, all the rest to solo it. And if you need additional accuracy or if you need additional resistance, pick somebody that has a good aura that will die out, even if they are level 1 along the way. So he's good. I'll play around with, you know, maybe nitpick some of these masteries later on, but for the most part, this is all we needed. And the resistance we needed, we've got him taking less damage if he gets critical hit. He is pretty set right now for what he needs to do. We put him in a destroy set. We get him a resistance banner. Let's see what we've got here. We go to filters, go to our resistance banner. Do we have, oh, we've got lots available. Lots of it. There we go. Slap him in that, and now we're looking at 342 resistance. And if we go over here and look at what the Scarab King has for accuracy, when we go face him on 100, is this the right one? He has got resistance. He's got accuracy of 250, blowing it away. He is not going to steal from us. Very rarely will he. Because, you know, there's always a small percentage for it to happen. It's not going to happen here. But now, if I'm going to do the other way, if I'm going to face this guy on 100 with my armigers, my high Katoon, all the rest that you saw me fighting with, I'm going to need accuracy. I need that 300 accuracy to combat that resistance that he has. He has 330. We're going to come in here with the same team. Let's look at what we've got again. The same team here, and we're also going to need to bring up our accuracy for the Nether Spider to keep the Nether Spider down. So we're going to play this part right here where he does not take a turn, and we have 100% uptime on shields. But for that, that means my Cold Heart needs to have 300 accuracy, and these two need to have 300 accuracy as well. And she's the one in the destroy set. So that might be a little harder to do. Since she's in a destroy set, we need that accuracy. We only need 70% crit rate, which is good for that A3. So it might not be that difficult. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can change around to get her going. Let's look at one of the armigers. I don't think we have to do both. It'll be a mirror. We're going to do both. I mean, I got to get both ready for that. But right now, as you can see, I've got critical damage. Who cares about an additional 20% critical damage if we can't complete the objective? And honestly, in all fairness, it doesn't matter. We do need this crit because we have to have 100% crit rate to lower turn meter with our armiger. So we're coming here. We're going to reset all this. We do need accuracy, right? We got accuracy is the most important thing. Without that accuracy, we cannot drop turn meter. So we're going to get Evil Eye, double up on that. We're going to come down here to this with Armiger. I don't think it doesn't matter. Either one of these we pick because he doesn't have any buffs for us to worry about. I'm just going to go straight line. You know what? I'll pick this one in case there's a move next to it that we want. So I'll pick this one, and then we're here. Plus Eagle Eye. Eagle Eye plus 50 accuracy. Thank you very much. We still do need crit with this guy, so we're going to get this. Soul Drinker is actually going to help him out for his A2 to heal back. He'll hit on his A2 for like 200,000. So if he's under 50% HP, we can get some additional hits in here. We'll do this. Additional damage if they have higher max HP, which they will. And we're pretty set. This is good. This is looking really good for our guy. Let's look at his accuracy and see what he has. So we've got speed gear on him. We have 100% crit rate, 107 crit rate. That's all we need. We've got the speed we need. And now we are at 292. We're a little shy of our 300. Just a teeny shy of our 300. And we are rocking almost everything we can. But I don't see a lot of glyphs on this guy. It's hard, right? I mean, we are talking about floor hard 100. We are getting this guy ready for a boss on stage 100 on hard. So we just need a little bit more. Come on. There's accuracy 16. We'll put a glyph on that. We'll put a glyph on this. Look, there's accuracy on these gloves. So we're going to upgrade. Go over here to our glyphs. Let's get our glyphs in here, and we're going to get 4 to 7. Come on, 7. Perfect. Now we're going to go over here and get a little bit more. And if we need to, we could switch gear. Like, we can switch his gear out, but it's harder when we're trying to get somebody that has these stats, right? We're trying to get speed, crit rate, and then accuracy all together. All the 3 things. It's not as bad as 4 things, but still. Hey, look, we hit +7 on both of those. That's amazing. I can't believe we did that. So let's look at his total overall. We are at 306, and I think the boss was 330 resistance. Armiger is golden. We are ready for the boss. We'll try it out there. If it doesn't work out, we will make a change then. So if we go over here to our Cold Heart. So our Cold Heart might be a really hard one to do. Again, she's our one. She has the destroy set, but we only need 70% crit rate on her, and we've got 81, so we can lower it. We do still want to keep up critical damage. So for her, we want speed, we want 70 crit rate, we want critical damage, and we want accuracy. 4 things. That is a tremendous, but that's all right. You can already see the accuracy we have right now. She's at 255. Easy. We don't have to do anything. What's this additional critical damage going to do for us? We don't care about that. We don't need that. We're still going to come down here and get these other ones. We're going to switch it up to do exactly the same that we just saw. Exactly the same. No different. Plus, we're going to have even more accuracy because we've got these. We're going to get Evil Eye again. Now, she does do a block heal. So we could either have a higher chance to proc that on the A1 with all those multi-hits, or we could extend it. Let's get for a higher chance here. Eagle Eye coming down. All right. Now, we do need that crit rate. there's not really anything in here that I need for Cold Heart for the boss. We're just keeping the turn meter down 100%, and we're just dropping turn meter. So this, I think we're good. We need this. We could, like if we were at 65, we might need that 5 to get to 70. We're going to get that additional critical damage. We're going to get the Soul Drinker here, Life Drinker to get additional life when we're down low. We're going to hit harder, and then whatever else we want to pick through here. Okay, we can try to reset a cooldown. What else do we have over here? With damage done, we can try to reset a cooldown, Cycle of Violence, and then we can come here for whatever else we want. Shields if we want to, additional damage if we have debuffs. You pick. It's up to you. Whatever you think is going to work best for you. So now our Cold Heart is at exactly what we need. We have our Destroy set. We have over our 70%. We have 315 accuracy. And we're not even using any kind of lead, right? We're using our lead of speed from our High Katoon. So we needed to get to these numbers. So our Cold Heart is better now. Our Cold Heart is ready to do it. And I think this will really help you out. Don't focus so much on unless you have to survive. Unless you have to survive and you need this War Master or this Giant Slayer with some lifesteal gear and you're doing something else in the game with them, then I understand. You can't change it, or you can only change it for the tower and it might not make sense for you. But a lot of these champions that we've been using, it didn't matter. I mean, it does not matter if I have this on or not. When I'm going through Fire Knight, if I'm going through Spider, you might be on the verge. Like you need that additional damage to beat the Spider Stew. Otherwise, it'll take another turn and it'll die. I get that. But hopefully you'll be able to use this and change around your masteries, use those leads, and get through higher floors. And if you need to get through higher floors, just like the floors in general, then use that aura lead. Use that Cantra if you made that fusion. Because I did a video on her going through, but I didn't really explain her masteries. Now you get an idea of what you can do with her masteries. I didn't really explain all the debuffs she needs, but if you read over her passive, you can see the debuffs that she needs through there to help you out through it. Because I mean, this champion right here can really do so much. So damn good. So I hope this helped you. I hope looking at the different auras that you can use in here. I hope thinking about the different champions and the different auras you can use here, like there, the different masteries we're going to use, because we need to get above those thresholds. We have to get above those accuracies, those resistance, and you might need some speed as well to help you out. And High Katoon for this kind of team right now in the Doom Tower, we're talking about Doom Tower Scarab King 100. This will be the same exact team on full auto. You can't beat that. We get this as a free login champion. And then the other team I did, I mean, this rare team I don't think is going to hold up at 120 hard. Everybody tells me it won't, but we'll see. Stu's going to put some time into it. We are going to see what's going to work and what's not. This team is beautiful. You get the leech up on the boss. Hopefully you've seen me on stream or you see my other videos. You get that leech up on the boss, and whenever they hit the boss and get the turn meter reduction and then take damage from doing turn meter reduction, they heal back off that leech. It's really good. And if you don't have a lure, pop in another armature, pop in 2-3 armatures if you have to, and they will heal themselves back, especially on their A2. They'll come in there without hard hit, heal themselves back along with Life Drinker from Masteries. And now that we've got that additional accuracy, we will be prepared to drop down turn meter at higher bosses. Much easier. That way you don't have to fight the boss doing anything. You keep it from even taking a turn, and this speed will help you out as well. That's all I've got for auras and masteries. If you have clever ideas, please let us know down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you all on a video soon.